Hello everyone, and welcome to Let's Play Xenosaga Episode II, Jenseits von Gut und Böse. This is post-game. So, when you beat the game's not actually over. There's tons of extra stuff you can do. So, like, and it's very challenging. I mean, it really is. Let's see. Okay, go to your cleared data. And it says, the story so far in the deepest part of Labyrinthos, blah blah blah, and it starts you at the part where Omega appears. Here, let me update my skills. But yeah, we keep all our levels. Why would I want to be... Why would I not want kos-mos in my party? Okay, let me just update my skills and stuff. And you go over here and it automatically starts you with the main post-game quest. Oh, you're here! Excellent! Professor, what is it? I have something important to talk to you about. Will you come with me? The time has finally come for me to explain the true reason behind why I've dedicated myself to the construction of a giant robot. There is a man who I think is my twin brother. The reason I think he is, well, it's a bit of a long story, but if you meet him, you'll understand why I can't help thinking he's my twin. The problem is that he has this grand evil scheme that utilizes the forbidden devices, and it will shake the universe to its very core! Of course, even though I think of him as my twin brother, he's not really related to me, and it's not like he's my responsibility or anything. But there's actually another reason. It turns out he's making a giant robot too, and its name is... Dark Erde Kaiser! So, you know, I was thinking if I fight the evil with my giant robot, I could win the respect and adoration of billions of people throughout the galaxy! Or at least a country club membership. At any rate, I have but one aim, the Dark Professor. I will defeat the Dark Professor and save the universe from the clutches of evil! Well, despite my best research, I have been unable to determine the whereabouts of the Dark Professor. If you ask my friend, the other professor who lives on Second Milsha, he should be able to help you locate the Dark Professor. The time has come for me to show my true powers. Let's see what segment addresses we have left. Complete. That one. Submerged City. That one. Okay, so I have completed so far. Alright, let's do the GS quest. That, one sec. I'll unlock the Type A Arm Ether skill Erde Storm for Xion, but first there's something I want to tell you. Wow. See, Professor, they're angry. They look like a pretty tough bunch of guys, too. Are you sure it was okay to do something like this? Of course it's alright. After all, a genius scientist like me is helping them repair their ship. They should be thanking me. Or maybe not? Look, they're coming this way. I'll let you handle this, Professor. In the confusion surrounding the repairs of the Elsa, the Professor and Assistant Scott joined the ship's crew. The Professor even transferred the Robot Academy from the Foundation to the Elsa. The Professor's next plan went into operation, without anyone stopping him, but just when it seemed everything was going smoothly, the Elsa's captain, Matthews, approached the Professor. "What are you going to do, Assistant Scott? What are you going to do, Professor?" "Hey, geezer!" "Captain, lay off him, he's just a little old man." I can't look." "Who the hell gave you permission to build something like this inside my ship?" "See, Professor, I told you." That's a good question there, Sonny." "Huh? Let me ask you this. You approved Stage 2 of my grand plan for the Mobile Fortress Elsa, did you not?" "Huh? Yeah, I guess a mobile fortress does need a giant robot. You all think so too, right?" Yeah, I guess it does need a giant robot, huh?" Yeah, it sure does." So there you have it." "Huh? Oh, I see." "Yeah, I gotcha. You understand too, right, Tony?" Yeah, right on." "This is great. I never thought that was the reason." "What the hell are you talking about?" Matthews continued to berate the Professor for constructing the Robot Academy inside the Elsa. The Professor tried to use his charming ways to talk his way out of the situation, but he was unable to deceive the crew of the Elsa. Now, Professor, how will you get out of this predicament? Find out in the next episode. "I appreciate your help in repairing the Elsa and all, but where the hell did you get the money to build this lab?" "I can't tell you that." "Now that I think about it, Professor, when we went out to get parts the other day, you were humming 'I'm the Great Matthews' the whole time." "Oh man, it sounds like we're going to be in debt for a long time." "What? Hey, geezer, did you buy parts under my name?" There's a good reason." "A reason, huh? It better be brilliant or I'm tossing you out the airlock." "I received an odd challenge the other day. It said that he was going to use the Encephalon to conquer the world." "That doesn't sound very friendly." "It was probably just a joke, or do you have some reason to think it wasn't, geezer?" Even someone like the Professor wouldn't be involved in something like that, right?" "In fact, I do have such a reason. The Dark Professor. He is the only one who could possibly hold such an evil ambition." "Damn it, it sounds like we've gotten mixed up in some kind of trouble again." "In order to stop his evil doings, I must create a robot that is even more powerful than Erde Kaiser, so I thought being in space would be much more convenient for doing that than staying on the Foundation." The Dark Professor? So the Professor who was actually fighting real evil? The crew of the Elsa is more anxious than ever before. Will Matthews allow the Professor to create a giant robot on board the Elsa? Don't take your eyes off the Robot Academy. Bring any robot parts you find to the Professor. Type A? Dark, do you know anything about this, Assistant Scott? This is the first time I've heard of it, too. I never thought the Professor was really fighting against evil. I thought I was just being dragged along for one of his crazy plans. Which is pretty much what everyone else was also thinking. Have you finally realized my greatness? Please, Captain, lend me your aid for just a little while longer, so that I may rid this world of evil. Okay, Professor, you got it. We'll help you. You can use the facilities here however you want. I like a man who's easy to talk to. But I do have one request. What's that? If you manage to make any extra money on that giant robot, you help me repay my debt. Extra money? What is this guy talking about? Oh well, I'll worry about that when the time comes. Leave it to me. I fully intend to reward you for your kindness. Alright, it's settled then. So, where is that dark guy anyway? That's a good question. I wonder where he is. So, the professor and Assistant Scott began building their giant robot on board the Elsa. Just who is this Dark that the professor speaks of? You'll just have to see for yourselves. The completion of the legendary giant robot is not too far away. Will the professor accomplish his true objective and complete the giant robot? Tune in next time for the final episode. Whoa, PU, somebody needs a bath. What? Kos-mos, you stink. Aha, you finally assembled all of the robot parts. Professor, congratulations! You've taken your first step towards that membership in the Milsha Country Club you've been dreaming of. Shh! What are you saying? That makes it sound like I'm looking for these robot parts for my own benefit. Don't talk like that about me. What? But you're always talking about drinking and golfing and... Shut it! There comes a time when a man must show the world what he can do. Professor? Ah, now Assistant Scott will worship me once again. Worship! Ha ha ha! Professor, you're not in character. Ah, right, well, anyway, let's go. Here we go, Assistant Scott. Begin transformation. Okay, Professor, set transformation. My life's work, the Erde Kaiser Fury, is now complete! I can't wait to find out what kind of robot it turns out to be once it's actually used!
Oh, I'm a little depressed because of my poor performance on that awful quiz game, Destroy Runner Revenge. I once prided myself on the fact that I was the quiz king, but that game is too much for me. I am beaten, I am defeated, I am ruined. Do you think you could go beat that game to avenge me?
No! Exclamation point.
Oh, thank you for accepting my request. Then I shall entrust you with my secret treasure, a free play token. I wish you the best of luck. Proceed to the Foundation and exact revenge for me.
Use the free play token. How many UMN communication booths are there at the Milshan spaceport? 4! It's all numbers. Correct. Moving on to question 2. The model number on the red encephalon dive seat at Vector's 2nd Division is VR what? 2000. I have this written down. Correct. What's the ship number on the direct flight launch to the Foundation? 8. I knew that one. Iron Man's mascot is Iron what? 4. The publishing agency on Milsha is in the area what? What's the address written on the wall of the Foundation? Something lone 229. Not including Axel, how many employees work at the Smile Bakery? 3. The number on King's Warehouse is East what? 6. How many mice are there in the attic of the cleaners at the Foundation? We know that's 10. How many seats are there on the bridge of the Elsa? 5. If you add up the letters in the names of the Durandal and Elsa, how many are there? 12. How many bookshelves in the Uzuki residence can you actually move? 82? In the room with the most containers in the Damarang restricted area, how many are don't fall down, flashcards. Destructible. 4. How many red vector logos are painted in Vector's 2nd division? 10. What's the number printed on the train that runs through the Durandal? 25612. King claims to be the man who controls the Foundation from behind the scenes. How old is he? 34. The name of the dock area stop on the Durandal is Dock what? 1. How many of the mass-produced 100 series observational units on the Durandal can you talk to? 9. How many tables does the Iron Man currently have? 7. If you add the numbers from the answers to questions 1 through 19 of this quiz game, what do you get? 28080. Correct! Ah. You've answered every single question correctly. A new quiz champion is born.
Stupendous! You beat that game marvelously, didn't you? With this victory, I have repaid that machine for the humiliation I suffered. I know it's not much, but please take this as a humble token of my appreciation. I still have much to learn. I shall dedicate myself to the way of the quiz.
We can start this one.
Oh dear, what's the problem, you ask? Well, a long time ago I put a time capsule in a place where I was working. I was looking forward to opening it decades later, but circumstances have made it impossible for me to get back to where I hid it. To put it simply, I forgot where I hid it. Where in the world did I put it? Oh, I know, your timing is perfect. How about searching for the time capsule for me? Thank you so much. My memory is just not what it used to be.
You get the item he wants, when you beat the Dark Erde Kaiser quest, so I mean, you might as well do this.
It was at a factory, that's all I can remember. At any rate, if you find that time capsule and bring the contents to me, I'll give you an unbelievable reward.